Hello, podcast fans. Adam Carolla here. I'm leading the fight against patent trolls who are threatening this medium. It's not about me. It's about the podcast you're listening to right now. If I go down, this show could be next. Visit fundanything.com/patent troll for more information on how you can keep podcasting alive. Thank you and mahalo.
This episode of More Stories with the great Ms. Paula Bel, brought to you by BarkBox. It is a monthly box of treats, toys, and goodies that'll drive your pup bonkers. Delivers right to your doggy door. And if you sign up at barkbox.com/more, MOHR, you will save 20% on a new pup subscription, Paula Bel. You don't have dogs. You have cats, right?
I have cats, but my vagina's been known to be called the bark box as well.
I love it. This is good. This is good
It'll
stuff.
snap back at you.
I like that. Does it purr? Does it ever purr?
No.
You're not a purrer.
No, just my cats.
Each monthly Bark Box contains 46 awesome full-size products, including everything from innovative toys and gadgets, all natural, healthy treats, and more. Rest assured, Bark Box would never send anything that hasn't been tested by by their office pups. There's a lot of puns in this ad, which I like. You know what I like? That the sponsors, they're putting an effort out to give good copy.
They are.
Usually it's these boring bullet points. But check this out. BarkBox committed to the cause of homeless dogs. As a rule, they give 10% of their revenue to local rescues and shelters across the United States and Canada. In 2013, BarkBox donated over $150,000 to pups in need through a number of innovative social good campaigns. Help BarkBox give $1 million to these pups in need in 2014. And you know how you do it? You go to barkbox.com/MOHR and you save 20% on your new pup subscription. Barkbox.com/more. Again, barkbox.com/MOHR.
When shopping for car insurance, consider this. Geico has been saving people money on car insurance for over 75 years. So if you're serious about savings, it's simple. Go to geico.com. After 75 years, they know how to save you money.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gauss.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Hey, man.
Now, Paula Bel, this might be the first time. By the way, Ms. Paula Bel.
Would you stop with the Ms.? I don't know. Who in the hell? Probably Jamie.
Come on, buddy. Ms. Paula Bel is on stage. This is
no
the first time
the
you and I have seen each other not completely hammered. It's been that long. It's been about 18 years. And last time we saw each other was probably at the Laugh Factory, and we were soused.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to be sober there? It's called a factory.
It's called, yeah.
Okay.
And I always loved it there. It was always really good shows. And anybody listening, if you go to, I would say, and you can disagree with me, I don't give a shit, and neither do the listeners, Ms. Paula, I'll stop saying it. Is it Paula Bel on Twitter?
It's Paula Bel.
With one L.
One L. I couldn't afford two. It's one L. It's spelled the Spanish way. B-E-L. That's it.
B-E-L. Mira, ven acá, señora Bel. Sí. Ms. Paula. Why do I? At some point in your career.
Because you want to do Jamie's impersonation now.
No, it's not Jamie.
It's him. Nobody else says Ms. Paula Bel.
Really?
Nobody.
Why did he say it?
I don't know. Why does he still speak with an accent after being here for fucking 50 years? I have no
idea.
idea.
Look, I come from Israel. It's a thing.
We don't know where he came from. That could be a story, too.
You want to hear my best Jamie Masada story of all time?
Yes.
Me, Ralphie May, and Jamie Masada.
Okay, Ralphie's in it. No, I don't want to hear it. You already bored me to tears.
No, you like it. First of all, Ralphie's a Hall of Famer. On my draft, comedy draft, I'm taking Ralphie in the first round. He rocks a mic. Paula Bel rocks a mic, too, and she's on tour with Jenny McCarthy. We're going to get more into that later. Me, Ralphie, and Jamie Masada are on the third floor of the Laugh Factory, and we're just smoking dope, like copious amounts.
Wait, the third floor held Ralphie? That in itself is fucking hilarious. All right? That's why I never trust a balcony. You don't know who was up there before. That's when the floors waver and people get crushed. I'm not doing it, Jay. But finish with the story.
So we're smoking pot, and it's like other level stuff, but none of us realized it at the time. And we realized we'd been sitting there not talking in Jamie's office for like a half hour. We just sat there staring. And at one point, we're all like this close together, and Jamie Masada just looks at me and goes, "Look at Ralphie. Just fucking look at him, man." And Ralphie, like, we all laugh, and like half a minute goes by, and Ralphie just goes, "Hey, what the fuck?" That was Jamie's, like, I'm
That's
so
your best
high.
story?
Look, I didn't say it was my best story. What other? What do you want me to say about Jamie
it would have been
Masada?
funnier, if like you were missing Jamie and then Ralphie got up and he was fucking under him.
What's
that would
this
have been a hilarious
Why are you
story.
destroying Ralphie?
I love Ralphie.
Ralphie
but
comes in
people
peace
need to
and
be-
happiness.
Listen, oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. all
Here
right.
with me, Ralphie's my man.
Well, all right then. I can find it hard to believe that Ralphie's your man with all this fucking exercise equipment behind you right now. Okay. I mean, if that was 3 refrigerators instead of a walking machine, perhaps
I'm going on record on this
I know,
podcast
he's your
defending
man. That's
Ralphie
good.
May.
You don't have to defend him. I'm not saying anything Ralphie doesn't know. He knows he didn't just fucking blow up like that yesterday. He's been like that. People know who the fuck they are, Jay. You don't have to talk him up. If he's funny, but he's also one big motherfucker.
Yeah, he'll be the first to tell you that. That's
Right.
fine.
Well, he doesn't have to tell people. We see it.
That is a fair point. It's not like Ralphie
That's
goes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no skirting the issue on certain shit, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, one thing I love about Paula Bel is she truly gives 0 fucks about anything in the world. And do you think that's hurt you? Has that held you back?
No, I give 0 fucks, which is why I live with a Frenchman right now.
Wait, what? Say what now?
He's not fucking me either, and they created that whole fucking business.
So you live with a French guy?
I really give 0 fucks.
And you get 0 fucks.
That's right.
But you're like
I turn them off. I emasculate them.
But you're completely dominant. Why don't you just tell the French guy like EC?
Listen.
That means here.
Right. No.
And
really?
point to your bark box.
Enculez-moi means fuck me in the ass, but he doesn't do that either. Now listen.
Je voudrais enculer avec toi. I want, yeah.
Yeah. No,
French ass play, we're talking.
While I'm with him because the French are the only people more pissed off than I am. And that's why I get along with them.
If they're so pissed off, why do they always surrender? Like, as soon as you, step foot on French soil, they're just like, we give up, we're sorry.
What was your bit about the red coats that I used to freaking love? Oh, my God. You show up in a red jacket.
I went to England, and they hate Americans. And don't ever tell them you're American and they hate us because they're still mad they lost the Revolutionary War. But it's not our fault. They fought in the snow with bright red uniforms on.
Oh, my God, that used to kill me.
We shoot their guys like they were safety cones on the 405.
Right? Oh, my God.
We were stoned, 11 stoned, hemped-out farmers hanging out with Indians in loincloths. And we're like,
and pitchforks.
They're all in a straight line. Is this fair? Did we start yet? They have a band. Can I shoot the guy with the drum? They had a band.
The drum, I forgot about that.
They had a band. And it was the greatest army ever.
It really was. It's
so,
hilarious. All the countries they took over
were deaf. They only fought deaf countries.
They were probably just in shock when the little drummer showed up.
Charge! Flute, flute, flute. I hear someone coming. It couldn't be, could it?
That was one of my favorite James.
You know what? I got to blow the dust off that and bring it back.
You certainly do. You certainly
Paula Bel, I remember the reason you hit me up on Twitter at Paula Bel, PaulaBel, 1L at Paula Bel, and hashtag French.
At real Paula Bel. There's a fake one.
Oh, really?
No. There's nobody trying to fucking be me.
So what's
I'm
your
just an idiot and put on out real Paula Bel.
Real Paula Bel.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry's Paula Bel. That's you.
Yeah.
So what's your Twitter address? At
Real Paula Bel.
Real Paula Bel. 1L on Bell. And hashtag French guy.
What?
That's how she knows that that's where you're coming from.
That's how I knew you had a podcast.
Yeah,
you should
me
be happy
and
grateful for the French.
I am, well, because the French guy is looking at your Facebook.
Right?
Is that a problem? Like if you're dominating other, maybe you move over to the Swiss, somebody from Monaco, like,
Right?
look here, motherfucker. Get on it. Is my pimp still here?
Would you stop with that's the thing that got me over here. Somebody said something about me having a pimp.
You were on stage at the Laugh Factory, and you were eating it, and it was delightful. And Jackie Cation and I were singing your praises when she was on the More Stories podcast. And there's some people that when the crowd sucks, there's no one better to watch. Like Dave Attell comes to mind. Like when the crowd's awful and you watch Attell just like shovel.
But it's usually just me who's awful.
Paula Bel right now
crowd.
is actually scratching her ass.
I'm 47. It fucking itches.
I didn't know ass uncomfortability went with age. That's what I have to look forward to?
Are you kidding? Yeah, and soon I'm just going to sit here and wet my pants. How about that?
Well, I got a
That'll
3-year-old
add to
upstairs.
your-
I got lots of diapers, lots of wipes. In fact, I probably have them in this damn garage.
That's hilarious.
You were at the Laugh Factory, and it was one of those like young. It was very Persian, very like they were there.
No, really? At the Laugh Factory.
They were
Persian.
there.
Unbelievable.
They
I don't
were there-
I don't buy it.
They were there by mistake, and you were doing your set, and at one point you just stared out at the crowd, looked at the back of the room, and you went, "Is my pimp still here?" I told that motherfucker to circle around.
I love how people do me because I always sound like some weird, I don't know, battle axe. What kind of accent is that?
It's a pretty good.
Is my pimp still here?
Corey's
That's
recording the podcast
countryside.
today.
I sound country?
Was that Was that pretty close to Paula Bel?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what you sound like,
pipe
sweetheart.
it.
Pipe it and smoke the
Shut
pipe.
Yeah, nobody talks like that.
Paula Bel, if you go to jmohr.com, there's an Amazon banner that you click. And if you buy anything on Amazon, go through jmohr.com. And all the money that people, I get a kickback from Amazon. And what I do is I take all that money from Amazon. I'm just explaining this to you because I'm about to read this lovely man's
Yeah, I get
email.
it, Jay.
Huh?
I get it.
All the money goes to my kids' college fund because everybody else uses it for the personal gain. So if you want to put my kids through college when they're graduating, or they might be in a bell tower with a goddamn rifle with a scope,
Right.
you'll be responsible. So go to jmohr.com, click the Amazon banner. James Burns. JJ, here's my contribution to the kids' college fund. iPod 5 pink. It was cheapest. iPod case blue to cover up the pink. iPod screen protectors. And the Sebastian Bach CD, Give 'em Hell. It kicks ass. Love your radio show. He's talking about JMOR Sports. That's
I want to be on the sports show. I love talking about balls. This is boring as hell. I'm not making a contribution to anything.
The
I need a
podcasts
new liver. Who's going to contribute to that?
Alonzo Bowden is already down a liver. Oh, no, kidney.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, hold on. One sentence left. The podcasts are top shelf. I put my name on it. Jim Burns from Cleveland, Tennessee. Jim Burns, thank you very much, and thank you for being a part of the More Stories podcast with the lovely I have sex with a French guy when I emasculate him, Paula Bel. So, yeah, Jackie Cation and I were talking you up, and then you just hit
I
me
don't
up.
know this Jackie Kardashian.
Okay. It's Cation.
Oh, it's Cation. It's a flat ass. It's a flat ass Kardashian called Cation.
So you're into the pop culture, like
Not.
big Miley Cyrus fan. I know you love the Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's a good little boy. I don't listen. That's just if that's okay. Listen, you're going to talk about a Kardashian ass, and then you're going to talk about a Miley Cyrus. Somebody take her out because she's shaking nothing. That's disturbing looking. What that shouldn't even have been called twerking. Whatever the hell she was doing. There's nothing back there. She needs to stop.
Or maybe she needs to just grow one.
No, there's no. There's
Stuff it. Put potatoes in the back of her underwear.
Get an ass injection, whatever they do, but stop that. That is repulsive. It looks like the back of a very skinny dog. It's very, very disturbing. I don't like it.
What is
I don't
a
want to see
skinny dog?
bones when girls bend over.
What do you want to see when girls bend over, Paula Bel?
I really don't want to see girls bending over, but
However,
if you're going to do it on stage in front of millions of people and other young girls are going to be watching you shake it's repulsive. I think what she did was repulsive. Slapping the ass of that big black lady on stage, I think that's disgusting.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
That's
I'm not kidding. Does anybody know?
That was on the big show that everybody watches. I'm over it.
The
I'm
Oscars.
over all these.
Mad Men.
The Oscars, yes, the Oscars.
What the
big music show.
Probably the Grammys.
Yeah, probably.
I love that
I don't
Paula
know
Bel.
what I'm watching. I start sipping whiskey at about 7 o'clock. So whatever comes on after then is in my askewed view. But I saw that.
You saw that shit.
I saw it
In
with
a whiskey,
my whiskey
in
pupils.
a whiskey haze.
With my whiskey pupils.
Whiskey Pupils is good. That's a good punk name. Good punk band.
Right?
And now you're drinking Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Were you slowing down? Oh, you got to drive home.
I have to drive. I don't drink and drive.
All the way back to your apartment in Panorama City that you share with.
Panorama City. Anything that starts with a P in Pacific Heights. Wherever the hell I live, under a rock.
You're on tour now, thank goodness, because I think you're hilarious, and I think people should see you do stand-up. And you're touring with Jenny McCarthy. And I met Jenny McCarthy when I guest hosted The View, and she was super cool, super fun, and nice.
She's super cool and super fun.
But when you find out she's, like, doing stand-up comedy, my first thing is, like...
She's not. That's the great thing about her. She just hosts. She just makes everybody laugh for a few seconds and then brings all the comics up because she's just a big fan of female comedy. Why? I don't know. I'm really not. I like comedy. I don't necessarily,
You're not a fan of female comedy?
I have 5 sisters. I'm the fucking nice one out of all those bitches. So can you imagine me? I'm just not a fan of women, period.
So you and my wife would get along great. She hates women.
It's not, I'm just not a fan.
You, Adam Carolla said something like, he'll go on record as saying just women aren't funny, and he'll give like very specific examples that it's like, it's a testosterone-based gig. But then you say it, you're not going to take any heat. Do you really think women aren't as funny as men?
No, I think they can be as funny as men, but I don't think it should be. Singled out like funny females.
Jenny McCarthy hosted Singled Out with Chris Hardwick. See, we're tying it all together.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Good thing you have some synapses still connecting.
Paula Bel. Just a rum-soaked...
No, it's not rum. It's whiskey. Get it right. You're like the lady who threw vodka on me one time in the audience, and I had to go back and say, "Excuse me, miss, I prefer Jameson. Could you fucking get it right?"
Where were you when somebody threw vodka on you?
Some kind of... probably out in Brea, I think it was.
So
where they have nothing better to do with all their money but throw fucking liquor at comics.
Jenny McCarthy is hosting the show. What's the name of this big show?
It's called Dirty, Sexy, Funny. It aired on Epix, and now she's taking the tour into theater. So we're going to be out in Philadelphia, out in Long Island, at the Keswick, Philadelphia at the Glenside and Glenside. I don't know.
These are big rooms.
They are. I've never been.
Yeah, these are good. Let me get my plug in while you yawn. Jesus Christ. July 18th, I'm at the July 18th, I'm at the Taft Theater in Cincinnati, and I hope you guys can make it. July 18th, Taft Theater. Get your tickets. It's a big-ass theater. And Paula Bel, you know this as much as anybody. All comics know this. If you don't sell most of the theater tickets, you just don't get invited back. So I'm asking you guys, please, for Christ's sakes, buy tickets to the Taft Theater July 18th. And people go, well, I got to drive 2 hours. Hey, asshole, I have to fly 5 hours. The least you can do is get in your car and make a little roadie for me. Right, Paula?
Can I tell you what happened the last time the last and only time I was in Cincinnati?
¿Qué pasó?
I was in the, I think it was the Kentucky side of the Ohio River, doing a radio show at 7 in the morning. This is one Jamie got for me, by the way.
Listen.
This is years ago.
Cincinnati's the gateway to the west.
At the original Hooters.
Oh, jeez.
7 in the morning. They got all the fucking yahoos out there with their Confederate flags on their forerunners and all the bullshit. And it's a pregnant bikini contest. And these bitches, the major prize was $500. And they were 9 months and popping. And they were fierce little competitors. There was a midget running around with a diaper and a baby bottle. It might have been a real baby. I don't fucking remember right now. But I thought it was a midget. And I had to be a judge on it. And the girl who won, out of all these yahoos, had a size G chest. And I said, honey, nobody's going to be that fucking thirsty growing up. You can let that loose. Let it out. But they were vicious. They were vicious little competitors I had never seen, and they hated my judging.
Why?
Because I hated them. And I told them.
What were the events?
And I told, the event was a pregnant bikini contest.
Right, but you didn't
One shook like a shaker of formula in her thong, or, it was just, I just said, oh, God, this is it. I thought, this is the last time. And it was the last time I ever went there.
to Cincinnati, but you were on the Kentucky side of the river. You
right
said.
at I think it's the original Hooters. It's the one down on the river. Looks like a barn. And
You were doing stand-up comedy at a Hooters?
no, I wasn't. I was doing that someplace. Jamie, it should have been Hooters. It was called like Bananas.
Are my wings still here?
It was called like fucking Bananas or some bullshit. And I never forget it. I never do.
So the pregnant ladies, I'm not leaving this alone. So it's like a beauty contest, and it's a pregnant bikini contest. So they had to do. Was there like a talent portion? Did they have to answer questions about world peace? Like Miss America?
No. Are you kidding? These chicks didn't even know where the fuck they were. They were like just came out of the hills. One had like probably like a cyclops eye. They just meandered down. I told them, I go, I hope you bitches didn't get knocked up for this prize money. $500 isn't a lot of money. Oh, they were pissed. They didn't like me.
Who were the other judges? Ant?
No, somebody on the radio. I don't know who it was. That was many, many years ago, but I never forget that.
It's amazing what people do on radio shows for money. Like every radio show you do, and you know this when you do morning radio, there's always like some intern they make eat like diarrhea out of the trash can. Like we had a porn star in earlier, and she had an enema. And she shot milk and diarrhea, and our intern Flappo is going to eat it. You got to do it, Flappo. And he's like, I'm doing it. He's going to take the diarrhea and milk and give himself a goatee with it. Right. And then we'll put it up on our website. I always like when radio shows tell you how hot the girls in studio are. It's radio. I can't see them. You could literally have your parents in there and put your mom on mic and go, wow,
I was like,
Jeannie Mohr, you are hot. Big breasts. Look at the areolas on Jeannie Mohr. And my mom would go, thanks. And then you're up and running. And some guy's in his car with his crank out going, this is the best show I've ever heard.
Out there circling.
Yeah. Jenny McCarthy and Mark Wahlberg just got engaged. Are you invited to the wedding, do you think?
I don't think after what I tweeted her. I said, oh, great. Now you're just going to be fucking for a washer and a dryer. I haven't heard back.
I invited Jenny McCarthy to one of my shows when I was in Manhattan. I was at Gotham Comedy Club.
She's a fun fucking chick.
I had a great time with her, but she went to the Howard Stern party, and you can't compete with that.
Oh, I
you would be the best on Howard Stern.
On him physically?
I don't know about that. But if you ever went on the show, you'd have a hoot. Because you're one of a kind.
What?
You're one of a kind. Nobody's like you.
Thank God, huh?
What time do you wake up in the morning, Paula Bel?
What time is it now?
At the Paula Bel.
I don't wake up in the morning.
You don't?
I go to sleep in the morning.
Why?
Because I'm up all night.
What are you doing all night with that French man?
Hanging out. I'm not with him. Hanging out in dive bars, playing poker.
Really?
Yep, that's my life. I like to be around people.
I admire you that you're 47 years old. Do you have any children that you know of?
I have 2 daughters. Did you meet my one daughter? She worked at the Laugh Factory for a minute. Then she decided, I hate all fucking comics.
I didn't know you had 2 kids.
Yeah, I have 2 grown daughters. And I'm a grandmother.
What?
And then you know what that means.
No.
Yeah, I have a Mexican grandson. Can't do shit with him. Can't tell him mow the lawn. That's going to be racist. Can't tell him to fucking wash the car. That's going to be racist. I'm getting him a little tamale cart. He's 1. I figured I'd put him in training.
A tamale cart for a 1-year-old?
I'm a grandmother.
Cocos helados. He can sell like fruit on the beach.
Let me tell you what the greatest thing about being a grandmother is.
Yeah.
In case you don't read my fucking tweets. And this I only discovered the other night when I was out of mixers. There was some Pedialyte in the fridge, orange flavored. Oh my God. That shit was delicious. I put some vodka
Pedialyte
in
and
it.
vodka. But you did...
I had to. I was out of Jameson and Black Label, honey. It was a vodka. And I looked at that Pedialyte and I thought, this is sick. And then I thought, fuck it, he's not here. He didn't finish this Pedialyte, spoiled brat. So I put it in.
He doesn't know how good he has
Not
it.
only did I get my drink on, but I got electrolytes. And then I wet my diaper afterwards. It was wonderful.
At the Paula Bel. God damn, you're funny. I'm so glad we're doing this.
Yeah, me too.
How often did you stand up? Are you well now with this tour? Your time will be eaten up at the tour. What are you going to do on the road to pass the time?
Right? Well, I'll probably visit relatives in Jersey. Jersey.
Are you from Jersey?
No, but
I said that like Jiminy Glick. Are you from Jersey?
Are you from Jersey?
I'm here with Paula Bel.
No, but my father is. So once I located his ass, and I pegged him down.
Well, you just said you're going to visit relatives in Jersey, and then you said nobody you know lives in Jersey. So I'm confused now.
No, my dad is in Jersey.
We're in Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
He's right now. He lives in Whiting. He used
Whiting?
to live in Point Pleasant.
Point Pleasant's nice down there.
I've been there.
They got hit hard by that hurricane, man. Is he okay?
Cry me a fucking river. I'm not rebuilding beachfront property.
What's the charity?
Your house can be taken out right now, Jay, near
Mine?
this ocean. And I'm not sending you a goddamn dime. Don't ask me for $5.
I won't ask you for anything. All I'm saying is if you're going to shop on Amazon, just go to jmohr.com and click the Amazon banner. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. You're shopping there anyway. You can buy damn Amazon gift cards.
I'm not going to do it.
As Harvey Keitel would say, there's no way to go around the goddamn Amazon, is there?
Listen, that whole Jersey thing, and even though I have relatives there, nature, people have to realize something about this world, all right? Nature knows where to go. Nature is the last thing that knows what it's doing. You put a show like Jersey Shore on and make us fucking watch kids boinking each other and throwing up all over the fucking place, having kids, abortions and all kinds of shit. Guess what? Nature's going to show up and take Jersey Shore off the air somehow. And it did. And I was grateful for it.
Is that why tornadoes hit trailer parks?
Absolutely. If you didn't have enough fucking...
Jesus Christ. At the Paula Bel.
Listen, it's horrible.
I love people in trailer parks.
You know who always tweets me? One time I got a guy, and I know he lived in fucking Tornado Alley out there somewhere, this cockeyed son of a bitch. And he pointed two barrels at me because of stuff I was tweeting about guns.
He tweeted
and
a picture of a double barrel
shotgun? And so
shotgun?
I tweeted back one little thing. FBI. That fucker took it off so fast I didn't get a chance to save it. But what I was so shocked about were not the barrels were huge, but he had that eye that went up like that in the corner. And I was like, well, thank God you got two fucking barrels. First time and then I didn't know they had Twitter at the freaking retirement home. This guy's like shaking and holding the barrels at me.
I love that you scared him with the
So
FBI.
when tornadoes go through there and take out all these gun-toting motherfuckers, do not ask me for any kind of empathy or something. I don't have it. Nature knows where to go.
This is like something George Carlin would say. This is great.
No, it's like something Paula Bel could say. They could take out that fucking Ferris wheel down at Santa Monica with all the parking fees and tickets that they have given me over the years. And that Ferris wheel could have kids on it and roll out to the ocean. And you know what I'm going to say? Oh, well. Enjoy the ride, kiddies.
I know it's tough deciding where to focus your resources to grow your business, but one thing I can tell you, you do not need to waste time going to the post office. Your time is valuable. Use it wisely. Use Stamps.com to access all the services of the post office right from your desk, 24/7, 365. With Stamps.com, buy and print official U.S. postage using your own computer and printer. Get postage for any letter or package, any class of mail, all for just a fraction of the cost of an expensive postage meter. With Stamps.com, you will never have to go to the post office again, so you can spend your time where it matters most, focused on your business. I use Stamps.com. I want you to use Stamps.com. So right now, use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for this special offer. No risk trial, $110 bonus offer. That includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr.
Geico presents Strange Savings Stories. Sam Tucker woke to find crop circles in his cornfield that spelled out the word Geico. Was this a message sent by aliens? Sam went to Geico.com and saved hundreds of dollars with great discounts. He woke the next day to find new crop patterns had formed. They spelled out, "You the man." It seems the aliens were pleased indeed.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
By the way, we must make a mental note. We're about, how far in are we, Corey, sweet Corey?
I'm not leaving here until midnight, so I don't give a fuck about your radio.
27 minutes in, that's when Paula Bel decided to take off her sunglasses. What a fucking jackass.
That's whiskey pupil. Gotta keep
goddamn nighttime out. Only two. Who had the great line? Is it Larry David said only two kinds of people wear sunglasses inside: blind people and assholes, and I don't see a dog.
Hey, my mother's a blind asshole.
Your mother's blind?
Yes. Yes, and if you go to her house to this day, she wants to sip a little alcohol and make you play fucking Scrabble. Do you know how hard it is to play Scrabble with a blind person?
How does she
Let's
know?
play Scrabble. You can feel the letters for me. Nobody's doing that shit. You didn't have time for us in our childhood? I'm not flipping over those fucking S's for you, bitch. You're on your own.
Can't you trick her with the blanks? Like you just flip over like
No, because blind people are really adept at feeling all kinds of shit.
But how does she know like triple word,
Who
double
knows?
letter?
She's a New Yorker. You know those New Yorkers?
No, I don't.
Yeah, she's sitting in her house completely blind, smoking. There's fucking burnt shit all over the place. I go, you know what?
Burnt or bird?
Burnt. I go, you're going to burn this house down with your cigarettes. I go, here, have some electronic cigarettes. And what? She takes a hit, blows the smoke out of her nostrils, and then she goes, you know what's going to burn down this place? Your evil thoughts.
If anybody.
And I'm like, gee, let me remind him, put a note to get that Hallmark card on fucking May 11th for you, Mom.
If anybody could start a fire with their evil thoughts, it is the Paula Bel.
Oh, I'm waiting for the day I just fucking self-combust on stage. That's what I'm waiting for.
I don't think you will because you're free. Like, you're unshackled. You have no... Like, there's no baggage, nothing like baggage in your personal life I don't give a shit about. But when you go on stage...
There's none either.
People listening right now, like, this is exactly Paula Bel on stage. She doesn't give any fucks. It's the best.
What? But am I supposed to?
No.
Are you supposed to, especially if you go on stage in front of other people? You're supposed to be cognizant and very aware of who they are. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I perform great in front of empty chairs as well.
Taft Theater, July 18th, Cincinnati. There'll be a lot of empty chairs unless you guys get off your asses and do it.
But then Jay's going to take you to Hooters and get you knocked up.
Fuck that. I ain't hanging around any goddamn hoochie mamas. Those days are done. I met the love of my life. A case closed.
Their children are probably grown now and working down there.
Not me. I got 6 sperm and they're bumping into each other. My kids are going to be goddamn luggage handlers at JFK. I had to look at my sperm under a microscope because nothing came out. I mean, I ejaculated.
Hey, this sounds like a lot of personal fucking problems I wasn't planning on talking about. I mean, I'm not a health.
I got 2 healthy boys.
I'm not a health official. Oh, you have 2 boys.
Yeah.
All right, well, you did your job. What do you want?
The guy looked at him under a microscope and he goes, oh, boy. Oh, no, okay, here's one. Like, that's actually what the guy... You're supposed to have 20 million.
Here's one.
He goes, oh, boy. He goes, oh, you know, okay, here's one. Here's one. Yeah. And that's the thing.
Well, you can get them. You can just go to China or whatever. You don't have to have your own.
I would adopt, but I don't think I would have a Chinese baby or a black baby, only for the reason is I don't want strangers to know my kid's adopted before he does. I don't want an 8-year-old, and I'm just like, hey, buddy, and then people at, like, Vaughn's are like, good for you, acting like I'm some fucking crazy great Samaritan, and then the kid's like, why is everybody staring at us funny? And then I go, well, I bought you.
So you put a lot of thought into that.
No, just right now I'm thinking about it because you thought about it first. Did your mom grow? Was your mom blind when you were a kid, or did she become blind?
No, she was blind when I was a kid, which was fucking hilarious.
Was she
Bitch always found me. Always found me, Jay. I could be hiding under the fucking house. She'd give a tap with that fucking ninja cane of hers. Why aren't you in school? Do you know how weird it was growing up for me? My mother was a con.
She was what?
A con. She's from New York. New Yorkers are tough people.
She was a con, like
yeah, but she was a con, like a Jewish
grifter.
con.
She was always on the move. Had a hustle.
Yeah, she always had a hustle. We were always fucking on assistance. But she's a Jew. Do you know how fucking weird it is growing up on welfare and having a piano in the corner with an old black guy playing it? I'm like, is this government cheese and Mr. Bojangles, bitch? What is going on here? Somebody is fronting the system. I asked my sisters, I go, don't you ever find that weird that we grew up, but this bitch always had a piano and a black boy in the corner fucking strumming?
Your blind mom had a black man playing the...
Oh, here's how I find out she's blind. Okay, so one day she's downtown because she has to do certain things. This is back in the 60s, early 70s. So you have to do certain things.
When you were in your 20s.
Yeah, right. To get paid, you know, by the government, whatever the fuck she did. So
she was on, like, welfare. She was taking government assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So then but we're walking across the street from the Braille Institute, and this black dude comes out completely naked out of a bar, except for one of those cool little leather hats like that used to be on Sanford and Son with the visor.
You big dummy.
So, yeah, exactly. So I'm looking, and I go, and mind you, this
How
guy,
old are you here?
6, maybe
Okay.
7.
Right.
She's always got me under the arm. You're my CNI dog, laughing her fucking ass off. She had a wicked sense of humor, okay? So she got me, and I go, wait, there's a man. He's black. He just came out of the bar. He doesn't have anything on. Right then I learned this bitch is alive. Where? She wants to see him. How the fuck?
How did you not know she was blind when up until you were 6 she called you her seeing eye dog?
That was her whole ruse, you know. She probably had that set, so when she walked in the building, it was probably all set up. You know what I mean? She was a little blind, but she wasn't like needing somebody.
Was she born blind?
No, she had like some degenerative thing.
And now she's completely bat blind.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing? I think she created
Well,
something.
aren't they blind? Well, she's not flying around upside down in a cave, but yeah, she's fucking blind.
Does she have the gift of echo to locate her food? Does she scream in the house and she bounces the food vibrations
hilarious.
off?
That was a trip.
Let's give love to the sponsors. Be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. The Paula Bel on Twitter. Hold on. Hold tight. Listen to this. We're coming right back. Is your father blind as well? What's your father's malady? I got a feeling the whole Bell clan has some crazy malady. You obviously are a degenerate alcoholic that offends anybody she comes into contact with.
I take offense to that, okay? I'm not an alcoholic. I'm somebody who likes to drink. Now, I'm not an alcoholic.
I just said it for comedic effect.
The AA people
Don't you yell at me.
Put this whole fucking spin on drinking. They put this whole, you're an alcoholic. If you ever go into one of those meetings, all they're going to talk about for hours is drinking. How that isn't going to make a person want to go right back out there and drink more, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not an
Paula
alcoholic.
Bel, you're right.
I
AA has
enjoy
really failed society. What a fucking klutz you are. AA has really failed on a societal level.
What are you going to do? Okay, look, everybody knows an alcoholic if you're going to call them that because they like to drink.
What else would you like to call them?
In
What's
the 50s,
the name?
they were social drink. They had martinis and highballs. They weren't this alcoholic, like all these pseudo stars and all these people, like all these actors going, oh, now I'm sober. They love to fucking. Who's the last one who just said that? Colin Farrell. Oh, now I'm sober. I don't give a fuck what you all Colin Farrell. I don't know you personally. When I see you on TV or in the movies, I just want you to act like you know what the fuck you're doing. I don't care if you're sober or high. That's not my business.
So you don't care if somebody's gay, obviously, either. When they make that big announcement like, hey, it's time for me to come clean and be gay.
Look at the guy who just came out on the sports thing. Who was the big guy?
Michael Sam, defensive end.
Michael Sam, he comes out, right, and he's like, I'm gay. Then big whoop, okay? Big whoop for anybody who lives in a metropolitan area who's used to having gay friends, gay family, whatever.
With a tornado alley,
yeah.
that's a big deal.
They are, but they're all under the trailer about it. They don't even have closets in those fucking trailers.
They're not in the closet.
So what I'm saying
They're in the porch. They're in the carport.
They're in the shed.
Thank you. We'll figure it out. We'll take 80 shots at this fucking joke.
No, but...
All right, so the guy comes out of the closet, and then a few days later...
And then 3 days later, he says, I want you all to just think of me... What is he, a football player?
Yeah, Michael
football
Sam.
player. But you can't tell people that. You have to give people time. You can't just tell us you had a dick in your mouth and then all of a sudden all you care about is a pigskin. We're not that fast. People are slow. We have to process shit. But nobody cares if he's gay or not. I thought the whole fucking football league was gay, patting their ass, looking under each other for a fucking doing all kinds of shit. I didn't think they were ever even straight, tight-ass tights. Who does that?
Positions are tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah, all the terms, it's all very gay.
Too many men in the huddle.
You can't tell me he's probably one of the first ones, I guess, that came out. I don't know.
He's the first. It was
okay,
historic.
well, big fucking whoop. But think of all the people who probably were before him. You can't. If I was a man and I had all those ball sacks and tight asses in front of me, I'd be wanting to pound that shit too. And I'm not even a dude.
Here's what I like about Michael Sam. He came out of the closet. Jesus Christ. Everybody comes out of the closet.
Don't kill it.
What do you mean don't kill it? It's a goddamn Black Widow spider. Just fell
down. Oh, my God, Black Widow. First of all, it's albino. God, oh, my God.
That's racist.
So you're racist. That is not a Black Widow.
Get rid of the fucking thing.
Oh, my God.
How about Paula Bel goes, don't kill it? Like the spider's going to do good?
No, but that's
It's gonna
you're
go
not supposed to do shit like that in life.
kill
You're
a
supposed
spider
to just
that
live and let live.
It landed on my goddamn arm in the middle of a podcast, so I swatted at it.
God.
Here's what I like about Michael Sam coming out of the closet. It was before the NFL draft. So he comes out of the closet and he goes, I'm gay. I just need to let you know if you're going to draft me onto your professional team, you're getting a gay player and all the media hoopla that comes with it. And I thought that was pretty cool.
And he got picked up, right?
No, the draft hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Get your fucking shit together.
yeah, somebody's probably sewing sequins on some outfit right now. He'll get picked up.
Oh, that'd be the best. I hope he does the gayest sack dance ever.
Right?
He'll be sack.
Another thing. It's all about balls. It's all about balls. I want to go on your sports show.
Whenever you want. Open invitation. I don't know more
I'm
comics
going to start
don't
reading
come
up
on.
more about sports.
You don't know. You don't have to. We have a lot of people on don't know anything about sports. It's
I started
fun.
watching golf.
Oh, Jesus.
Why?
It just seems a little like depersonalization when you're sitting home alone watching a guy hit a ball.
Let me tell you something, all right?
Oh, okay. Break it down. Huh? You gonna tell me about golf? Go on now.
No, because I do love all the backstories on all these professionals, like the Tiger Woods thing. All right? Let's talk about him because he didn't get into the PGA Tour, right? But let me tell you something.
No, he got in. He got injured, and he had to withdraw. Tiger Woods is in the PGA.
He got in.
He's in for the rest of his life. He's a made man. He's like
for this next big thing.
I
thought he didn't get it.
He's got back and knee problems. He's resting to get
fucking
healthy.
all them white hoes in church parking lots will give you some kind of ailment.
I believe it was a Perkins parking lot.
No, I think one of them was
How about
church.
the guy's a billionaire?
How about there's nothing wrong with that guy? He cheated on his wife. That's what men do. If these fucking women don't believe their guy's going to cheat, they need to stop talking to their pussies. Their pussies are lying to them. And who in this world before Tiger Woods ever even thought golfers fucked? I never watched a PGA Tour and rubbed my pussy out. Never once on scabby white knees and Argyle socks. Now, you give me an injured Tiger Woods,
what
I might
Argyle. What socks?
Argyle
socks.
You give me an injured Tiger Woods, I might still rub one out, just like I do to the Property Brothers.
You like the Property Brothers?
I love the Property Brothers. I've never had twins.
You've never had twins? There's still time, Paula Bel.
I know. If they would only get liquored up, they're too fucking straight. They're Canadians, aren't they? I have a chance if they're Canadians.
You'll do anything you tell them. Canadian man.
Right?
I Property Twins, I watch that, and I watch House Hunters
Oh, my God,
lot.
the best house hunters.
Apparently, there's a lot of Indian people that need apartments in Toronto.
Okay.
That's what they call House Hunters International.
Listen, do you ever, but the couples, it's not about them finding the homes. It's about the fucking couples. The wife shows up and she's just a battle axe. And you know this guy is just like, I don't really give a fuck where I put her. I just want to go out and prowl the night. He doesn't really care. They're horrible couples on that show, Jay.
My wife had a great point about.
Don't tell me about your married happy life.
Listen, no, I'm telling you about jokes. They're good jokes that she wrote. The uglier the couple, and you'll love this, they always are insisting on they need a really nice space for entertaining. And it's like, these people are disgusting. The guy's got like a vest and no shirt on underneath, and the lady's like Mrs. Roper selling her own fucking quartz jewelry, and they're like, this would be nice for entertaining. Well, I hope you live in a gated community because they're going to be hopping the walls to party with you animals. And they always say this on House Hunters, oh, this would be a nice place to have my wine.
Right?
All like that.
Or they want that wine cooler put in.
It's
into
a
the
$3 million mansion in Malibu, and you're like, oh, I could have wine here. I don't know about you, but if I have a balcony overlooking the ocean, I'm fucking.
All I know is I want to find out where the next house is and just be in there fucking squatting, just shitting on the floor, sleeping bags everywhere. And the camera crew comes in, and I'm like, hey, let me show you around this fucking place.
You could drop a deuce in the upstairs guest room, and it doesn't smell because of the way the wind blows off the ocean.
I've tested it. Trust me.
You were saying nature knows where to hit. Nature knows.
I believe it not. That's the last thing people should believe in is nature and the animals.
We'll get to the animals in a second.
And the spiders, if you wouldn't have fucking flung it off the table that
What am I supposed to do? Put the fucking thing in my refrigerator and nurse it back to health? Put a goddamn cast on one of his 8 legs? And
I just say live and let live, Jay. You know,
I'm
all about
live
love.
too, but when a spider
I'm
lands...
all about love.
You're all about live and love.
Live and love.
Let's get the spider liquored up and see if you can do 5 minutes. And he can put on your
he probably can
your
do
Jenny
it better
McCarthy
than
girl
me.
tour. Sexy, funny, dirty, bark
Dirty,
box.
sexy, funny.
Dirty, sexy, funny.
Mm-hmm.
Why dirty?
Because they have me on the show.
Oh. And who are the other girls on the show? You know what? I'm going to let you off the hook before you even answer.
All right.
I couldn't name a single opening act I've had in the last year.
No.
I never watched them.
Tammy Pescatelli, who's very
Tammy's
funny.
awesome.
All right. Lynn Koplowitz. She's out in New York. Tiffany Haddish. Do you know Tiffany?
I've heard the name, but no, I've never seen her do stand-up.
And a really young girl. This girl's so fucking young.
How young?
Like, let me give you a visual, all right? No, she belongs at that school in the corner. She's really young. Justine Marino. She's really
Justine
young.
Marino?
Yeah. But then again, to me, a lot of girls look really young just because leave it alone, Jay.
What, the fly?
No, the moth. Leave it alone.
The moth. Don't kill the moth. I didn't know you were like this transcendental Buddhist that I'm not allowed to kill animals. You're a Sikh.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? What did it do?
A fucking spider landed on my bottom lip. What am I supposed to do?
Just
Give him an ice pack and a juice box. Get some wipes. Make sure he's okay because my lip's a little dry.
Come on.
Why am I talking like Sam Waterston from Law and Order, Your Honor? New impression that'll never work on stage, Your Honor. I always wiggle my bangs when I make a point.
Leave that one at home. Leave that one in the garage with the spider.
Fucking kiss my ass, Paula Bel. So nature, what part of the country will nature leave alone always, if you were going to give advice?
I don't have any advice. No, it's never going to leave any part. That's what nature does. It takes things out and just fucking rejuvenates itself until it's gone.
Now, what's this thing you let go? And the animals. Like you said that like as an aside. And I'm
because, let me tell you something.
First
After
of all,
growing
lower your
up,
voice. Lower your voice.
No,
lower
this
your
is
voice.
my regular voice. If you want me to lower it and talk really sweet, that would be an entirely different segment. But nobody's fucking doing that. Nobody's doing that. This is how I speak. This is, I don't know. You know, I probably got a loud voice from being in a bar all the time. You know what I mean? You got to be the loudest motherfucker in there. You're not going to get served.
To get served. Because you're 4 deep at the bar and you're like, can I get a motherfucker Jameson?
What?
You do have a southern accent on stage.
That is weird. How do I have a southern accent?
I don't know. I'm not weird. You.
That's just bizarre. Anyway, what I'm talking about is
animals.
All right, because I fucking love animals.
Me too.
All kinds of, but I love wild animals, Jay.
Do you have any in your house?
No, because who is stupid enough to put a wild animal, or even, let's talk about the lady in the OC the other day who was on the news. Did you see her?
No, I did not.
All right, so this bitch decides she's going to get her 15 minutes of fame on the news because she's out there with her tits out, and she decided out of all the parks and places you could take a 5-year-old, she's going to take her 5-year-old into the wilderness park over in the OC where signs are clearly posted, okay, that there are mountain lions everywhere. What does she do? She comes across one. This is how she describes it. Let me tell you. It was crouched. It was menacing. It had a square jaw and beady eyes. That could have been a Mexican.
There could have been.
She gets that fucking tiger killed for that, or whatever it was, mountain lion.
She just described you on stage.
Right?
Square jaw, crouched, beady eyes, and growling.
I would have pounced on her. What did she think she was going to see? And, okay, first of all, does she like this 5-year-old? Because of all the little parks that they have set up for the kiddies with the merry-go-rounds and all that shit.
I used to live there.
No, come on, Timmy. We want to take you where the signs are posted that there might be wild animals.
Hey, here's what I also like about this story that you just brought to my attention. Nothing a 5-year-old likes more than a hike. Because they have no fucking idea where they're going. I have a 3-year-old, and all he wants to know is what's immediately next. Where are we going?
Right?
What are we doing? What's that? What does that do?
Right.
Then you go up fucking Temescal Canyon, and they're like, where are we going? We're just going to walk, bro. This is what grown-ups do. When you're a grown-up, you just walk, and then you look at the view, and then you go, okay, let's go back down.
Kids are smart. That kid probably was on to her when he was walking up the hill. Like, I know this bitch is trying to get rid of me. Kids are pretty in tune with that.
I always love on the news when, like, the animals get loose and just fuck up people and, like, just, like, ram their cars. Like, an elephant loses his mind in, like, a Malaysian zoo and just runs through traffic.
They're not supposed to be contained, ever. Ever.
Are you one of these, like, let the whales out of
Oh, my God, don't even get me started on those fucking orcas. And why more of those trainers weren't dragged to the bottom of this pool? These are killer whales. Jay, they're not tickle whales, okay? If somebody puts you in a wetsuit right now,
whales are
say I brought a wetsuit and got it out of my trunk.
That was funny. You respect it. Sperm whales are tickle whales. That's
whatever.
all. Don't talk over that shit.
Yeah, you're jealous of sperm whales according to your health fucking report.
You're goddamn right I am. I'd have 18 kids. I'd live in a shoe. Like fucking Tracy Morgan. I miss my daughter.
What daughter? Pick one. Doesn't he have like a...
No, he just had one. He's got 3 boys. And one of them's like older than him. I don't know how that shit works.
What, am I supposed to send a card? Let's get back to the fucking orca whales. So listen.
Right, so orca whales drag people to the bottom and drown them.
Right. But what I want to find out about the humans always is, who put you in a wetsuit and told you, what in your head made you believe all of a sudden in that wetsuit, that getup, you were an actual killer whale trainer? This is how fucking stupid humans are, okay? Just because you're in a wetsuit doesn't mean you actually have any ability and you can swim on its fin and do shit. You should know going in there that you will be killed. You will be, it's just retired. You know how fucking dangerous that is? Why don't they just empty the pool out, take out the fucking whale, and fill it with a bunch of Bloods and Crips and see if you come out of that too? It's that fucking dangerous.
So why don't we have SeaWorld and have a Bloods and Crips pool? You know why?
I wish they would.
They can't because they can't swim.
Shut the fuck up. They can swim and shoot.
Who?
Whoever the Bloods
I'm
and
talking about the
Crips are.
whales. The whales don't swim very well. That's why they're always dragging people to the bottom.
God bless them. That's just the most disgusting shit to put a whale in a pool.
And what about like...
And people, if you pay to go there, you should be able to... You want to trust that fucking show so much? Put your little Timmy in that fucking pool with the
You don't
whale.
think it's like educational and does people good to like know about the... No?
No, there's something out there called the Pacific. That's where you're supposed to fucking see whales if you take a little boat tour, you want to get real close. Otherwise, you're just supposed to see the shit going by. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's not, there's no, all this Carney shit. Look at the guy who got fucking barbed in the heart. What was his stupid ass name?
Oh, Steve Irwin.
My God, cry me a fucking river.
Yeah, no, we destroyed
Crocodile
him.
tears, cry me crocodile tears.
Guy goes out to finger a stingray like, these are the most...
Yeah, somebody forgot to give him the memo.
Yeah.
That he wasn't a fucking stingray trainer. I used to live at the beach in Santa Cruz. My ex-husband used to catch those fucking things.
Why?
Because, and he used to, when he was surfing, he would say, get on your board right away and go out. Don't put your fucking chest. They're low. They like the shallow water. You had to know what to do. You have to know how to fucking be with these animals.
What about a nice big zoo? You saying we shouldn't have zoos as well?
Absolutely not. Have you been to a zoo lately? Have you seen how fucking sad these fucking apes are back there smoking cigarettes, throwing their shit at people? It's disgusting. Fucking giraffes are doing heroin in the back of the fucking rocks. It's sad shit.
Giraffes, it is like an epidemic in the giraffe community.
Don't take your kid. I swear to God, if I find out you're taking your kids to these fucking amusement parks, Jay, I swear to God.
Amusement parks or zoos?
It's all carny shit. Whatever. Don't take your kids there.
What about a petting zoo?
No. With the little,
what is a fucking goat?
He doesn't need to be around these animals.
Look, I take my 3-year-old son to a petting zoo. He puts pellets in his hands. The goat nibbles the pellets out of his hands. He looks at me and there's a big smile.
Right, and then as soon as you leave, Anthony Bourdain walks up with a big fucking machete and eats that son of a bitch for dinner, and it's another show. It's another show.
Yeah, and if the goat was smart enough not to get eaten, that'd be fine. There's a reason we eat cows. It's easy to catch, and they're delicious. You know why we don't eat cheetahs? We can't fucking catch them. Nobody eats an eagle because you can't get it.
Look, those are domesticated, but I'm talking about the wild animals. People
Eagles are domesticated?
No, I'm talking about the fucking cows, Jay.
I'm saying, but wild animals are wild because you can't catch them and eat them.
No, that's not why they're wild.
Don't you think we catch chimps? We'd just be stripping chimps.
I just saw Jane Goodall on a plane back from Canada, actually.
Wow, that would blow my mind.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to her, but then again, I was wearing some faux fucking leopard coat.
You should have went up dressed as a gorilla and just sat next to her. And she
had a little stuffed monkey in her bag.
Oh, a stunt monkey?
Stuffed monkey, not a
stuffed monkey. Like a stunt monkey. What?
Yeah. What he did was he hopped up in front of everybody and got her a seat on first class before anybody else could. Wearing
a little crash helmet. We're gonna get back to Paula Bel and her blind mom in a second. Listen, if you like summer movies of all kinds, action movies, superhero movies, horror movies, comedies, how about a movie where people actually use their emotions and feelings? It feels good to see a feel-good movie in the summer, and every once in a while, I like to go see a movie where there's no CGI and things don't explode all over the place. I got kids, for crying out loud. Bring your wife, your girlfriend to $1 Million Arm, something where you're entertained, and at the end of it, you don't leave there thinking less of humanity. You'll think more. You know why? Because John Hamm is in it. John Hamm is the manliest man that ever lived. This guy, as Dennis Miller once said, has to shave while he's shaving. Alan Arkin's in it. Bill Paxton. Lake Bell is in it. It's from the studio that brought you Remember the Titans and the producers of Miracle, The Rookie, and Invincible. So you're in good hands with these people. Go see Million through a number of innovative social good campaigns. Help BarkBox give $1 million to these pups in need in 2014. And you know how you do it? You go to BarkBox.com/MOHR and you save 20% on your new pupscription. BarkBox.com/more. Again, BarkBox.com/MOHR.
When shopping for car insurance, consider this. Geico has been saving people money on car insurance for over 75 years. So if you're serious about savings, it's simple. Go to Geico.com. After 75 years, they know how to save you money.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't. You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us. Hey, man!
Now, Paula Bel, this might be the first time. By the way, Ms. Paula Bel.
Would you stop with the Ms.? I don't know. Who in the hell? Probably Jamie. Probably Jamie.
Come on, buddy. Ms. Paula Bel is on stage. This is the first time
the
you and I have seen each other not completely hammered. Pot. And it's like other level stuff, but none of us realized it at the time. And we realized we'd been sitting there not talking in Jamie's office for like a half hour. We just sat there staring. And at one point, we're all like this close together. And Jamie Masada just looks at me and goes, "Look at Ralphie. Just fucking look at him, man." And Ralphie, like, we all laugh. And like half a minute goes by and Ralphie just goes, "Hey, what the fuck?" That was Jamie's, like, I'm so high.
Story?
Look, I didn't say it was my best story. What other? What do you want me to say about Jamie Masada?
It would have been funnier, you know, if like you were missing Jamie and then Ralphie got up and he was fucking under him. That would have been a hilarious.
Why are you destroying Ralphie?
I love Ralphie.
Ralphie comes in peace and happiness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here with me, Ralphie's my man.
Well, all right then. I can find it hard to believe that Ralphie's your man with all this fucking exercise equipment behind you right now. Okay. I mean, if that was 3 refrigerators instead of a walking machine, perhaps
I'm going on record on this podcast defending Ralphie May.
And you don't have to defend him. I'm not saying anything Ralphie doesn't know. He knows he didn't just fucking blow up like that yesterday. He's been like that. People know who the fuck they are, Jay. You don't have to talk him up. If he's funny, but he's also one big motherfucker.
Yeah, he'll be the first to tell you that. That's
right.
fine.
Well, he doesn't have to tell people. We see it.
That is a fair point. It's not like Ralphie goes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's no skirting the issue on certain shit. And you know I'm.
Hello, podcast fans. Adam Carolla here. I'm leading the fight against patent trolls who are threatening this medium. It's not about me. It's about the podcast you're listening to right now. If I go down, this show could be next. Visit fundanything.com/patent troll for more information on how you can keep podcasting alive. Thank you and mahalo.
This is episode of More Stories with the great Ms. Paula Bel, brought to you by BarkBox. It is a monthly box of treats, toys, and goodies that'll drive your pup bonkers. Delivers right to your doggy door. And if you sign up at BarkBox.com/more, MOHR, you will save 20% on a new pupscription, Paula Bel. You don't have dogs. You have cats, right?
I have cats, but my vagina's been known to be called the bark box as well.
I love it. This is good. This is good stuff.
Snap back at you.
I like that. Does it purr? Does it ever purr?
No.
You're not a purrer.
No, just my cats.
Each monthly BarkBox contains 4 to 6 awesome full-size products, including everything from innovative toys and gadgets, all natural, healthy treats, and more. Rest assured, BarkBox would never send anything that hasn't been tested by their office pups. There's a lot of puns in this ad, which I like. You know what I like? That the sponsors, like, they're putting an effort out to give good copy.
They are.
Usually it's like these, like, boring bullet points. But check this out. BarkBox committed to the cause of homeless dogs. As a rule, they give 10% of their revenue to local rescues and shelters across the United States and Canada. In 2013, BarkBox donated over $150,000 to pups in need.
It's not going to.
Yeah. One thing I love about Paula Bel is she truly gives zero fucks about anything in the world. And do you think that's hurt you? Has it held you back?
No, I give zero fucks, which is why I live with a Frenchman right now.
Wait, what? Say what now?
He's not fucking me either, and they created that whole fucking business.
So you live with a French guy?
I really give zero fucks.
And you get zero fucks. That's right. But you're like
I turn them off. I emasculate them.
But you're completely dominant. Why don't you just tell the French guy, like, EC?
Listen.
That means here.
Right. No.
And
really?
point to your BarkBox.
Enculez-moi means fuck me in the ass, but he doesn't do that either. Now listen.
Je voudrais enculer avec toi. I want, yeah.
Yeah. No, you know.
French ass play, we're talking.
While I'm with him because the French are the only people more pissed off than I am. And that's why I get along with them.
If they're so pissed off, why do they always surrender? Like, as soon as you, like, step foot on French soil, they're just like, we give up, we're sorry.
What was your bit about the red coats that I used to freaking love? Oh, my God. You show up in a red jacket.
I went to England, and they hate Americans. And don't ever tell them you're American and they hate us because they're still mad they lost the Revolutionary War. But it's not our fault. They fought in the snow with bright red uniforms on.
Oh, my God, that used to kill me.
We shoot their guys like they were safety cones on the 405.
Right? Oh, my God.
We were stoned, 11 stoned, hemped-out farmers hanging out with Indians in loincloths. And we're like,
and pitchforks.
They're all in a straight line. Is this fair? Did we start yet? They have a band. Can I shoot the guy with the drum? It's been that long. It's been about 18 years. And last time we saw each other was probably at the Laugh Factory, and we were soused.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to be sober there? It's called a factory.
It's called, yeah.
Okay.
And I always loved it there. It was always really good shows. And anybody listening, like, if you go to, I would say, and you can disagree with me, I don't give a shit, and neither do the listeners, Ms. Paula, I'll stop saying it.
To God.
Is it Paula Bel on Twitter?
It's Paula Bel.
With one L.
One L. I couldn't afford two. It's one L. It's spelled the Spanish way. B-E-L. That's it.
B-E-L. Mira, ven acá, Señora Bel. Sí. Ms. Paula. Why do I? At some point in your career.
Because you want to do Jamie's impersonation now.
No, it's not Jamie.
It's him. Nobody else says Ms. Paula Bel.
Really?
Nobody.
Why did he say it?
I don't know. Why does he still speak with an accent after being here for fucking 50 years? I have no
idea. Look, I come from Israel. It's a thing.
We don't know where he came from. That could be a story, too.
You want to hear my best Jamie Masada story of all time?
Yes.
Me, Ralphie May, and Jamie Masada.
Okay, Ralphie's in it. No, I don't want to hear it. You already bored me to tears.
No, you like it. First of all, Ralphie's a Hall of Famer. On my draft, comedy draft, I'm taking Ralphie in the first round. He rocks a mic. Paula Bel rocks a mic, too, and she's on tour with Jenny McCarthy. We're going to get more into that later. Me, Ralphie, and Jamie Masada are on the third floor of the Laugh Factory, and we're just smoking dope, like copious amounts.
Wait, the third floor held Ralphie? That in itself is fucking hilarious, all right? That's why I never trust a balcony. You don't know who was up there before. That's when the floors waver and people get crushed. I'm not doing it, Jay, but finish with the story.
So we're smoking